Today I'm going to show you an action thriller film titled Nikita. Be ready for spoilers ahead. The story kicks off with a group of thieves preparing for a midnight heist, carrying the body of their victim. The junkies arrive at a pharmacy store owned by a friend's parents. They search for a specific key for a long time and decide to break into the store by force. However, among them is a maniac-looking young woman named Nikita, who seems uninterested in the burglary. The chemist catches the punks red-handed and is shocked to see his own son in the gang. The robbery erupts into a gunfight with local police, and Nikita's accomplices are killed, and she's the only one remaining, but her indifference leads her to take a police officer hostage. Unfazed by the threat, she murders a police officer. Consequently, Nikita is thrown into prison, still unaware of the gravity of her actions. During interrogation, Nikita remains silent until she is slapped. Refusing to accept it, she fights back without minding about the consequences. After going through the interrogation phase, Nikita eventually proceeds to trial. She enters the courtroom under tight security, but still unaware of the gravity of her actions. Nikita is convicted of murder and is sentenced to life in prison. Fueled by disappointment and hysteria, Nikita refuses to bow down to authority and is literally dragged to prison, where she is kept in a straitjacket. Nikita is taken to a biological research room in prison, where scientists prepare several syringes. It turns out they intend to make Nikita forget her past. The government faked her death, making it appear that she had committed suicide, and removed her from prison. Hours later, Nikita awakens in a nondescript room, where a well-dressed, hard-looking man named Bob tells her that, although officially dead and buried, she is in the custody of a shadowy government agency known as the Center. She is given the choice of becoming an assassin to serve her country under a fake identity, or she will disappear forever. The next morning, Bob checks on Nikita as she is still sleeping, but Nikita cleverly attacks Bob, catching him off guard as he enters her cell. After taking Bob hostage, Nikita demands that he release her. The staff of the center can do nothing but watch. However, Bob manages to handle the situation calmly and promptly disables Nikita by shooting her in the leg. Later, Bob returns to meet Nikita and understands that she has picked up an interest in his offer from yesterday. As a result, Nikita is taken to attend several classes, including brain sharpening classes, shooting classes, and self-defense lessons. However, she continues to be difficult with her teachers. She scares her computer teacher with a live mouse and later attacks and chews the ear of the martial arts trainer. Later, Nikita goes to a different room to attend another class with a woman named Amanda, who'll transform her appearance from a degenerate drug addict to a beautiful femme fatale. Amanda even teaches Nikita how to use her smile as a weapon, as she implies that she was also rescued and trained by the center. During lunchtime, Nikita is approached by Bob again. But after a short chat, Bob realizes that Nikita is actually very mischievous. However, he sees something special about her and believes that Nikita can develop. Grossman, the head honcho of the facility, believes Bob picked up a failure as he thinks Nikita has a mental disorder. He doesn't believe there will be any progress from her training either. However, Bob believes that the girl has potential, so he's given 1 week to turn things around with Nikita. When the makeup class arrived, Nikita beautified herself. Her appearance changed dramatically and became very elegant. She even got invited by Bob to have dinner together. However, this wasn't just an ordinary dinner. Nikita was given a gift that turned out to contain a pistol in its magazine and handled her first mission. She has to kill a foreign diplomat in a crowded restaurant, then she'll escape through the toilet window. Upon Bob leaving, Nikita candidly killed the target and fled the scene while being chased by guards. But the toilet window that Bob told her about turned out to be blocked by a brick wall. Confused about where to go, in the end Nikita daringly entered the kitchen and was trapped by the guards. The brutal gunfight erupts, but amazingly, Nikita wasn't hit by a single bullet. Instead, she easily handled the situation. She used the limited resources on her hand and immediately fled through the kitchen drainage hole. With her body reeking of garbage and the rain-soaked streets, Nikita runs back to the center with only one goal on her mind: to find Bob. She's livid at him for setting a lethal trap for her. However, Bob explains that he deliberately covered the escape route with bricks to test Nikita, and as a matter of fact, she has passed the mission. But even so, the facility big shot is still not impressed with her accomplishments. Consequently, Bob has to assign her the highest assignments. Nikita was instructed to blend into the city and given a fake identity as Josephine. Armed with limited money, Nikita rented a modest place to live. Then, she went to buy groceries at the supermarket. But Nikita didn't know what to buy and could only follow what others were taking. When she was about to pay, Nikita was captivated by the cashier named Marco. So much so that, just hours after they met at Nikita's place, they shared an intimate moment. By morning, Nikita's life seemed normal since Marco cared deeply for her, and without knowing Nikita's background, Marco had no idea that she was on a state mission. Nikita received a call from Bob asking her to come to the nearby hotel. Nikita instantly headed and checked in, but as soon as she arrived in the lobby, she noticed that the hotel staff had been hidden. Nikita is given a hotel-made uniform to be used as her disguise. One agent is busy with communication equipment in the basement, while the others just wait for the next course of action. Suddenly, there's a call from a room ordering drinks. Quickly, the drinks are prepared, but in addition, the man plants a bug on the drink glass. After the drinks were ready to be delivered, Nikita had to carry out her task. She goes to one of the heavily guarded rooms. However, the guards were unaware of any danger she's carrying and even tipped her. When Nikita returned to the basement, the mission was unexpectedly completed. Feeling happy for the first time, Nikita invited Bob to have dinner at her house that evening. Bob's arrival was welcomed by Marco. At the dinner, Bob suddenly gifts them 2 tickets for a vacation to Venice. Grateful for this kindness, Nikita felt relieved because she could escape from the state mission. Like a honeymoon, Nikita and Marco were very grateful for this journey. However, when Nikita was about to order food, the phone turned out to be connected to Bob, who informs her that there is a wardrobe in the bathroom that contains a secret compartment. When Nikita checks it, she finds an already loaded rifle. Careful not to wake Marco up, Nikita is assigned an assassination mission. Thinking this was just a vacation, it turned out to be a brutal moment unknown to Marco. Through the radio, Bob ordered Nikita to take out her target across the street. However, Marco was quite annoying, wondering why Nikita was taking so long in the bathroom. But Nikita managed to focus on Bob's directions, and the target was successfully eliminated. After the mission, Nikita was so swift that even Marco didn't realize that a weapon had been hidden there. Then Nikita went to the cafe across from her hotel. While reading the newspaper, Bob had to endure Nikita's repeated anger. That night, Bob once again moved to approach Nikita and instructed her to kill an art enthusiast who had illegally purchased the government's confidential files. Nikita had to disguise herself as an art expert. Suddenly, Marco revealed that he actually knows who Nikita really is. It turned out that when Nikita left, Marco saw the murder weapon and the documents given by Bob. However, Nikita promises that tonight's mission will be the last. The target visits Nikita's place to buy the portrait. The guard was deceived by this disguise, with Marco also assisting. Despite 2 bodyguards waiting outside, Nikita manages to capture the man. And with a special drink, the man was made to faint in a matter of seconds. Marco also impersonates the target, while Nikita plans to go to the man's residence. This mission went very smoothly to the extent that the 2 bodyguards were unaware of it. Suddenly, Bob called Nikita to inform her about the incoming cleaner. It turned out that the cleaner referred to was an executioner, and in a matter of seconds, the bodyguards were incapacitated by the executioner, who then took them both to the bathroom, where he plans to eliminate them with chemicals. When night fell, Nikita went into action alone. She disguised herself as the target, and despite being monitored by surveillance cameras, Nikita succeeded in securing the state documents and returned them back. Upon returning to the apartment, Nikita couldn't bear to see Marco, who was already asleep. The following morning, Bob came looking for Nikita and the state documents he desired. However, Marco is the one who hands over the documents to him. Revealing that Nikita had escaped, leaving them both behind and gaining her long-desired freedom since all her missions were completed. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos like this.